So, Ragiroth do.
Ragiroth Enterprises.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you walk in. It's Rich from Ragiroth Enterprises here with another Fire Emblem Warriors related video. A little different than what I usually do. Well, at the time of me making this video, the game's actually coming out in 2 days, in North America at least. And I'm still excited for it. The reason I use still is because, you know, obviously the game's been out, so we found out the whole roster, and it's not, you know, could be better, You know, a lot of other people sort of feel the same way. And you know, granted, my anger has kind of subsided. It's been I guess it's been like a few weeks, about a month since, you know, we kind of found out the whole roster by now. But you know, I guess I just kind of wanted to talk about it, still vent about it, do a video on it. So yeah, let's recap first. What has happened with the roster? It's been a roller coaster. This game's roster announcements, they've been like good, bad, good, bad, good. And last time I did a video, we talked about Lynn. That was a generally pretty good note, but after that, you know, let's just check it out. So now, alright, after we got Lynn announced in that Nintendo Direct, Tokyo Game Show is coming, and they're revealing multiple characters there. Lynn was basically helping that whole box art leak that happened, but I guess it still wasn't 100% set in stone. Oh, actually no, never mind. And then Sheeta was also kind of leaked, and she also further helped that. But anyway, it was definitely set in stone when they revealed the first character reveal at Tokyo Game Show, which was Celica from Fire Emblem Shadows of Valencia or Fire Emblem Gaiden. Now, she was another character on the box art leak, and Celica's okay. You know, I like her. I think there's much better characters from games not represented in the game that could have been picked, and I feel like she was only picked because of Shadows of Valencia coming out soon, but, you know, it's whatever. I'm like, you know what, she could be a light mage or something like that. But she's shown using a sword, and not only that, but she's a clone of Marth. Not off to a great start. Okay, she does have a few unique moves, and that are pretty cool, but you know, it was definitely kind of a kick in the balls. I guess obviously if you don't like Marth, but you like his moveset, his moveset in the game is pretty cool. When you like Celica, I guess it works. So alright, then after Celica, the next day we got Sheeta and Tiki. So, you know, Sheeta was a character I was never like super pumped for. She looked a little more, I guess, appealing when I saw her in game. And Tiki I like. I was really hoping they would pick the Awakening Tiki, which is an adult. But I know, you know, Shadow Dragon Tiki is more iconic, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, she can still turn into a big dragon, you know? It's all that matters, right? So they showed off gameplay for Sheeta, and she's basically a clone of Anoka and Cordelia. Well, I didn't even actually know those two were clones at the time. So all three of the Pegasus Knights were basically clones. Yay. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, Tiki can't be a clone, right? And she wasn't, but she has a very silly, goofy moveset. Not one I was really hoping for, you know, a mystical girl to turn her freaking dragon. Admittedly, it got better when they showed that she basically works like young Link did in Hyrule Warriors, where, you know, you build up a gauge and you transform, or like some of the Apostle characters from Berserk Musou, like Nosferatu Zod, and I forget the other guy's name. Anyway, and yeah, you know, when I saw the dragon gameplay, I'm like, okay, I feel a bit better. You know, but I guess I'm just gonna want to try to be the dragon as much as I can, because I'm not really feeling the goofy little clumsy girl moveset that she has. I mean, it's funny, but I don't know. I was hoping for a bit more for Tiki. So then, you know, at this point, we were basically just expecting, like, okay, the last day they're just going to show Anna, and maybe we'll have some nice surprises when the game comes out, like Navarre, maybe Tharja, maybe Ajra. But, well, the third day was like the best and worst day at the same time. They didn't even show gameplay for Anna, though they did, constantly, like, show her render, like, all the characters and stuff. It was weird. And, they actually talked about, the DLC. So basically there was going to be a Fates pack, a Shadow Dragon pack, and an Awakening pack. Now, this was annoying. Now, this was good and also kind of annoying for two reasons. First of all, I think a lot of us were kind of hoping if they did DLC, they would start adding characters from games that weren't the main three that were in the game. But of course not. I know that's asking too much, so we didn't get that. I mean, I guess it's good because, maybe we'll get some characters, especially friggin' Shadow Dragon really got gypped. We get some characters that, people like more, or people wanted that, didn't make it the base roster. I'm okay with a Shadow Dragon and Awakening pack. I feel like both those rosters could have been way better. But I think a Fates pack is just overkill. There's so many Fates characters in the game, and I think the Fates roster, aside from maybe not having Ajra, kind of had a lot of the essentials and, had some good choices. I won't deny that. And then, to add insult to injury, the fucking Fates pack is the first one that's coming out. And the Awakening pack is the last one. Which means if Tharja's gonna be in that, I have to wait till friggin' March to be able to play as her. Like, are you friggin' kidding me? Do we really need to, have Fates characters first? Like, couldn't they have been last? But anyway, we didn't get any gameplay on Anna. We knew the DLC was coming, basically. It was just not an overall... It was good that the game was going to get support, and then, we can have hope that maybe some of our favorites could still get in. But it was still overall kind of a kick in the balls still. So then, this was a little before the game came out in Japan. Then it came out in Japan. It was starting to leak. People were getting early copies. And there was, good news and then some pretty bad news. The good news is that it turns out Navarre, who is kind of sort of leaked with Sheeta back when Lyn was revealed, is in the game, along with friggin' Niles, one of my favorite characters from Fates, who I did not think would be in the game. Wait, what? Fucking Niles? Owain and Obero were all in the game. And we're like, oh, maybe, they're secret unlockable characters you get for being history mode maps. Or they could be NPCs. And there was, kind of evidence, supporting, them being playable or NPCs. Oh, and there's also 3 villains. Valadar we kind of already knew about. And Iago from Fates and Garneth from Shadow Dragon. And apparently they were all, surprise, surprise, clones of each other. I think clones of Robin or something, to be exact. So, we were waiting to get confirmation on the possible playability of those NPC guys. Turns out all the history mode maps, they just unlocked, I think male Corrin and female Robin. Anna, yeah, it turns out Anna was in the game. She was the big surprise. Oh. And yeah, they were all basically confirmed to be NPCs. Though they did have placeholder data, but it was really upsetting to find that out. Because literally, if Navarre was just playable and bonus as Niles, then that would have really, really helped the roster for me. But I don't hate Anna, but she's not a character I really wanted, that I really cared about, let alone saving the big surprise. I know she has a fan base. To me, she just never really, I guess clicked. I will admit some of her moves are interesting. Apparently, she's really hard to get anyway. But yeah, all this news was super, super disappointing. It definitely, killed a lot of the hype I've had for the game. Then, probably one of the final nails in the coffin was that there was, I think, a Reddit post or something that said that, they would like to add Ike and Roy in the sequel. Didn't mention anything about, DLC or anything like that. Oh, what the fuck are they thinking? So let's just take a look at each individual game roster for a minute. Okay, so we got Fates, which clearly is the most characters, and I think their excuse for that is that they're counting both versions, Birthright and Conquest, as two different games, which I kind of think that's cheating and bullshit. Like, yeah, okay, they are technically two separate games, but they're the same story dealing with the same characters, same universe. So that's kind of bullshit. And look, I love Fates. Don't get me wrong. Fates is a great game. Games, whatever. And there's a lot of characters from it I really like. And it's kind of disappointing that I see so many people like hate on Fates, I've noticed, of the Fire Emblem fan base. But there's still so much other characters that I really like that I would have loved to see in this game. And there's other Fates characters that didn't even make it. And fucking Niles is an NPC. So, I don't know. I think this was a little overkill with Fate. I get that it is the most recent game in the series, but that should not always dictate how many that it should get, the most amount of characters in the series. Like, yes, I know it was popular, but I don't know if it was that popular to kind of overshadow the whole freaking game. So then let's look at Awakening. Oh my goodness. What the fuck happened here? Like, what is this? This roster is pitiful. Like, okay, Chrom, Robin, great. Lucina, understandable, could have done without, but whatever. But like, Frederick and Lissa, I don't hate them, but I don't know. They're just kind of very boring characters compared to some of the characters in the game, in my opinion. And I get that they're some of the original characters that, part of Chrom and his Jelly crew, but I don't know. And then are kind of, one of a bone throw to the, the people that, to the popular characters is Cordelia. I mean, I don't mind Cordelia, but really? Cordelia? I mean, I just don't understand what they were thinking. Like, really? Cordelia? And yeah, I know. I maybe I go on and on a little too much about Tharja, but it's like, literally, she is one of the most popular characters in the game. Most people expected her, and there are no dark mages at all. And people are like, oh, well, she's not very story important. But it's a fucking crossover game. That should not matter in a crossover game. Like, the story is what you take from each series. It doesn't have to be represented the same exact way. And wasn't Awakening kind of the game that kind of saved Fire Emblem? I think it should have gotten treated a little bit better than this. And, the pack for it is coming out last. Like, seriously? They really, I think, treated the Awakening roster like shit, in my opinion. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Hold on. No, the Awakening roster didn't get the worst of it. Let's look at Shadow Dragon. Yeah. Just basically Marth and his two waifus. His real waifu and his little dragon waifu. Oh boy. And look, I'll be honest, Shadow Dragon is actually probably my least favorite out of these three games. But first of all, it is the original Fire Emblem game. And second of all, it has a lot of cool characters, like Navarre, who actually is in the game, but they just had to make a fucking NPC. Oh, and Garneth, but I don't really care about him, to be honest. Oh, just like, oh, God, what did they have against the whole series? And look, and Lyn and Celica are nice surprises. They're just not, amazing surprises for me. I'll probably use Lyn a good amount. Maybe Celica, too. But yes, they are the individual character rosters. I get that it's the first game in the series, but oh man, they played it way too friggin' safe. Way too friggin' safe. So yeah, I know a lot of us think that because for those that remember, with Hyrule Warriors, there were some NPCs like Sia, Wizra, and Volga, three characters originally made up for the game, that were made playable shortly after, I think, the English release. And that's what a lot of us think will happen with at least Oboro, Niles, Navarre, and Owain. I would love for Valadar and Yaga to be playable. Again, I don't really care about Garneth. But I can maybe either wait a bit longer for them, or I can maybe understand if they don't make it. But I'm getting a bit concerned because it's like, English release is in a couple days, the time of me making this video, and still nothing. It would make me feel better if, if I at least got Navarre and Niles in the game. Probably waited till, assuming Tharja's in the Awakening pack. But I'm still looking forward to the game. Don't get me wrong. I know it sounds like I'm being very hard on it and very upset with it. I am still looking forward to it. And you know what the sad thing is? Well, it's a good thing, but it's a sad thing that most people that have played the game say it's great. At least for like a Dynasty Warriors style game. Some people think it's even better than Hyrule Warriors, which is kind of like the gold standard for most people. And that it's great. It just really sucks that, you know, one of the things most people look forward to crossovers is, you know, playing as their favorite characters. And I mean, I think most of us, obviously, I know not all of us, you know, think they kind of dropped the ball in that regard. Like, there are still characters I like in the game that I'm looking forward to playing as, but, you know, literally all they had to do, doing my big smoke impression here, was put in Niles and Navarre, Niles too. Navarre and Tharja as playable. I would have been fine. I lowered my expectations for them not to have, you know, Ike and Roy and, you know, Harry. And look, we even did get Lynn and stuff, but it's like, I don't know. I just think it could have been a lot better. Not a terrible roster, but I think it could have been a lot better, and I think I'd be lying if I said it didn't kill my hype for the game, at least a bit. The funny thing is, I think I'm getting both of these games, but, you know, a lot of people are comparing, you know, Fire Emblem Warriors to Mario Odyssey because they come out so close. You know, I initially wanted Fire Emblem Warriors more because it's more my type of game. I'm just more of a Fire Emblem fan now. But now I think I kind of want them equally because of, you know, the roster, I guess, news for Fire Emblem Warriors. But I just don't know what happened. I don't understand why they're being so stubborn and closed-minded about what characters they can add into this game. It just boggles my mind. I feel like Hyrule Warriors, they did such a good job. I mean, like, yeah, you know, it wasn't an amazing roster to start, but I feel like it was, you know, a solid foundation, I guess. I don't know what happened here. Apparently, I think there was a lot of, I guess, disagreements with who should be in the game and stuff. Like, you know, Lucina, there was some conflicts and all that. And everything, there's just so many clones. So many clones. I know there's more characters than, like, Hyrule Warriors, but goddamn. And, I mean, I know the clones do have, like, a couple unique moves, like some of their charge attacks or special attacks, but it's like, it's just constantly adding insult to injury, insult to injury. Oh, someone posted, I found it on GameFAQs. I'm going to try to link it in the description below. I hope it's still a thing because this was a few weeks ago. Someone made a poll on a website where you can vote for characters that aren't in the game, who you want in the game. Pick 3 characters for 3 games, and you know, you submit, you know, as votes. And I think they said if it gets 10,000 votes, they'll submit it to Koei Tecmo. And they did say that they're considering fan feedback for maybe after the 3 packs come out, which I just don't understand. Why would they say, like, oh, Ike and Roy are going to be the sequel when they know that they're going to get some of the most fan feedback for those 2? Like, I don't understand their logic. I really hope that the Reddit thing was like, you know, maybe just their current mindset, you know, they're going to see what happens after DLC, or maybe it was just wrong. Something like that. Like, I understand maybe they kind of want, like, you know, when Ike and Roy, the characters like that are in the game, they want them to be in the base game, you know, main focus of the story and all that. I can respect that. But at the end of the day, some of us just want to play as them. You know, look, just add them as DLC, give them a history map or something with them. Boom, done. You know, I think most of us will be happy. And then in the sequel, have them be a bigger story role, along with, like, you know, Lynn and Celica, because they're not really in the story either. You know, I don't understand why they can do it with them, but they refuse to do it with, like Roy. I don't understand it. It just, I really wish the people that, you know, chose the Heroes roster, the mobile game, chose the roster for this game as well. I don't know what they were thinking with, you know, the guys, Koei Tecmo and all them deciding the roster. Oh, and they did specify there will be 3 characters per pack, which is actually nice. I didn't know it'd be that much. However, that makes me think that maybe those NPCs will be part of that pack, because that does seem a bit generous compared to what they did with Hyrule Warriors, and they could maybe put them behind a paywall. I really friggin' hope not. I guess that'd be better than nothing. I'll say this much, though. If they are in the DLC packs, they better not be friggin' clones, because as of now, they are clones. I know Niles is a clone of every other archer. think Owain of Rioma, Navarre of Lynn. Most people actually think Navarre was in the game, but they cut out Navarre last minute and added Lynn as a clone of him, of course. And I guess Ogro she's unique because there's no friggin' infantry spear fighter. I think she just has the same moveset as the other like generic soldier infantry sword spear fighters because we'll fight spears. But look, this is just my opinion. I know other people, probably don't see it how I think. I do know it seems like a lot of people do think the roster is one of the biggest part of the game, but this is just my opinion. This is just our opinion. And, I'm sure I'm gonna still love the game when I get it. I think what I'm gonna do is, me personally, I'm gonna probably beat the story mode, and then I might like unlock like Lynn or Celica, play with them a bit, and then maybe just take a hiatus from the game for a bit until like maybe if they add Navarre and Nile and they add some other characters that I like a bit more. So like I'm not burnt out on the game when I get to play as the characters I'm looking more forward to. Maybe that'll kind of help some of the other people that are kind of upset with the roster but still want the game. And I know I'm gonna sound like I hate using this word, a shill, but I think for some of those that aren't pleased with the roster, I kind of think if you're a fan of Fire Emblem and you are kind of a fan of Dynasty Warriors games, I think we should still just get the game and just get all the DLC and show them that we're interested in it. That they need to listen to our actual fan requests for what we want in the game. I know it's stupid. It has to be that way these days, but it's either don't buy it and they decide not to make a sequel, or buy it and kind of deal with some of the crappiness, and then it'll get better down the line. It's just my opinion, just what I think. Don't kill me, don't shoot the messenger, not even a messenger. But I guess maybe Ike and Roy will have their chance to fight another day. Yeah, I just made that joke. And I never thought I'd have to make that joke. Ironically, because Crom is actually in this game and Ike and Roy aren't. But, of course, because Ike can't be in the game, Black Knight can't be in the game. Like my favorite Fire Emblem character, my favorite Fire Emblem villain, and, fuck me, right? But I think that's it for this. It feels good to, at least get that out in the open, inform people that may not be aware of, what the final roster Fire Emblem Warriors will be. I mean, they'll probably know by the time this video goes out because I'll be honest, I'm probably not gonna have this video uploaded by the time the game comes out with how my schedule is, but we'll see. So, don't forget to check out Mark Unart's link in the description below. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, dislike it or dislike it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you happy with this roster or not happy? Still getting the game, etc., etc. I just want some feedback. Am I just being an asshole? Am I just being picky? But as I always say, another time, another place. Keep being awesome.